Morning guys, I got some rainbows on me because my sun catcher is currently working because it's about 7:42 in the morning. I need to turn that thing off. I woke up really early this morning. My hair looks really crazy, but I kind of like woke up with like kind of anxiety, but I think it was more just I have a lot of energy today. So I read for the first hour this morning and just kind of relaxed and lay down with this little bean who's currently gonna curl right back up. Yep, he just wants to be closer to my legs. For some reason he loves sleeping right next to my legs. So just cuddling with him, going through TikTok. I read a little bit this morning. I will link down in the bio what book I'm reading currently because it's so good, and I just started reading it. Like, I'm only on chapter 2 and I already like love the book. Today I really want to work on probably packaging. I have some ideas that I want to do for my prints, but I also think that I need to take pictures soon. So I'm going to think about what I need to buy to do that, what kind of paper I need to buy, and stuff like that. So I'm going to do some research today, possibly go out and buy the things that I need at the craft store. And yeah, because I want to take pictures either tomorrow or today. It just really depends on the lighting. It's really sunny today, and I believe it's supposed to be really sunny tomorrow, and I only take my photos in daylight. Yeah, it's supposed to be sunny tomorrow too. But I want to do it sooner than later, and concerning I woke up so early this morning, I think it'll be nice for me to get out of the house. I really want to go wash my car. So a couple things that I like actually need to do today. I'm saving my money a ton just because I want to be able to launch this shop in the next like 2 weeks. But I have to work on it patiently and work on it progressively and not just like jump into it and do whatever I want. So taking my time, and I'm really thankful for people that have been supporting me lately because the past few days have been kind of hard. I've had to go through a couple of things, but I'm not going to talk about it on here. Just kind of some stuff I'm dealing with at home, and I'm taking care of it, and I'm just trying to relax and stay calm and do the best that I can because my shop update is coming sooner than I thought it would. But I'm happy because I have all of my stuff that I really need to use to launch the shop. I have a lot of ideas that I want to do for the second launch already. I'm just thinking about the future and where this shop could take me. My clay pins are sitting over on my shelf with they're like in their packaging already, but I'm gonna take pictures of all of them so they're like half open, and it looks like a crazy mess on my desk and on my shelving right now. But I'm so glad that they're finally done, and I finally got the backings to them yesterday. But today's going to be all about just kind of figuring out what I need to do to get the shop update going in the next 2 weeks. Are you cozy bean? So cute. Hi guys. I haven't really talked a lot. It's been kind of like a weird day. I've just been really out of it and anxious and I just want to be honest with everything in this vlog today because sometimes my anxiety gets the best of me, and lately I've been letting it do that too much. So tonight I'm going to work on some clay stuff, get that out there, and breathe. I'm gonna go take a bath so I can try and get through this anxiety. I used to take CBD for my anxiety. I'm currently on antidepressants for my anxiety, but every time near my period I get more anxiety. So it's just how it is. It's how I live, and it sucks. But tomorrow I'm gonna go pick up some new CBD, see if that helps keep me focused, keep me working, because my anxiety is like the one thing that gets in the way of what I need to do. And the only thing I really got done on the website today was my portfolio, which is kind of a big deal because I had to go back and like look through all my stuff from college, look at all my stuff through interning, and I still have like 2 more things I need to put up on there, but other than that I'm pretty much done with that portion of the website. So I'm gonna try and work on that tomorrow. Hopefully after I get some CBD in me, my body will be a little better. So it is almost midnight and I'm having trouble just trying to de-stress and relax. A lot of things that happen to me when I'm having anxiety or my hormones are like really bad. I get acne, such as this big fat zit on my head that is like super deep into my skin. I have a problem with like touching my back, so I get a lot of acne on my shoulders because my hands need to like be moving at all times, like I need to be doing something, and if I don't, I even find myself in my sleep touching my face, touching my back, and it just causes a lot of oils in my face, causes a lot of oils on my back. So I've been using retinoid, I think that's what it is. I'll put it right here. I'm kind of out of it today. Today's been kind of a long day for me. Like, I feel really tired, but like I've tried to go to bed and I can't sleep. And I'm really excited to go get the CBD tomorrow to just like try it, because I've tried CBD before. I've had CBD gummies in the past and they've helped a little bit, but it's not cheap. It's not something that I could normally afford, so being on unemployment and still getting money every week has been a blessing in disguise. With everything going on in the world, money right now isn't something that I'm thinking of. Although I am saving, although I'm very blessed and thankful and grateful that I have the opportunity to stay home when I need to, and I will be returning to work in a few weeks too. I know I said before I was going to, but that ended up not happening. But yeah, I'm just watching some commentary videos, trying to relax and remember that I'm okay. Just want to be real with you guys, because I know a lot of artists out there struggle with anxiety and depression, and those are two things that I've struggled with for a lot in my life. And not necessarily like being sad depressed, but like just feeling down, not only with yourself but like your life. And I'm really grateful for everything going on in my life, but sometimes you have inner struggles that you deal with that you don't really talk about, and you hold it in. And when you do talk about it and you do kind of like let it out, it does make you feel better eventually. So I think it's important to talk about and to make it a normal thing, because so many people struggle with it. I struggled with it for years and didn't even know I had it until I sought out help, and not everybody has the means to do that. So I think talking about it is just as important, so people are aware that this is something that they could be going through, and so they can try and seek out any help that they can, whether it's at the doctor's or with somebody that they trust. Okay, that was really gross. The stuff I'm using is extremely natural, so it tastes like weed, but it's not weed, it's just CBD. Come here. Come here. Come on up. Good boy. Hello. Hello. What a crazy past 24 hours. So, update to everything going on with me. I figured out that it was actually food poisoning. I bought bread from New Seasons and immediately opened it up, and I eat gluten-free bread because I'm allergic to gluten. So, opened it up, had a piece of bread. A few hours later, was feeling sick, was really achy, and as you saw, I had like a really massive panic attack. And then I started feeling better the next day, but I was still feeling kind of achy, and had another piece of bread, and then a couple hours later again started feeling sick again. So I don't know why in my head I didn't like put two and two together and was like, oh, it's probably the bread, but I just like kind of blamed it on my symptoms of what I normally get when I get IBS attacks. But I also realized that it was a little bit different than like what it was like before. So later in the night, I hadn't eaten much. I had like some rice and bread during the day just to like eat something, but I was feeling so sick and so nauseous. It was not cute. It was like, ugh, never again. And I just like was like, I need to eat something. So I was like, maybe I'll just have a piece of bread and peanut butter. So I go to the bread and I see some white spots on the top of it. And I was like, oh, is that flour? And like as I pick up a piece of bread, it was like covered in the corner of mold. Keep in mind, I like literally bought this bread like not even 24 hours before this. And I was like, how does bread just mold? Because gluten-free bread is vacuum sealed. It doesn't just mold like that. So it doesn't make a lot of sense. Needless to say, I reported it to the store, I reported it to the company because that's not cute, that's gross, and I don't want anybody else to get sick just like I did. I'm guessing there was probably spores already like in the bread, and then when I opened it up, exposed it to air. That's how mold is processed with moisture. So
My body just did not like that, and understandably, because that was gross. I'm feeling a lot better today. I worked on some stickers, worked on the website a little bit, but I just wanted to end this video with some questions that you guys asked me on my Instagram account, and that'll be it for today. I know this vlog was like super weird, but I didn't expect for myself to feel so sick for the past 2 days, and I'm just so glad that I'm feeling better and I can finally answer some of these questions. Okay, so Silver Milk responded to my question by saying, where do you see yourself in 5 years and what are you most proud of? 5 years from now, I hope that my website is thriving, going great. I hope that I'm creating more. I hope that I'm able to afford living without having to have another job on top of it, but be able to afford just strictly doing freelance work and my shop. I also hope that I am living out of my parents' home and living on my own, and not living here anymore, because I'm 23 and I hope to, by the end of this year, move out, or by the beginning of next year, move out and be able to have my own place so I can have my own studio, work on my own, and function on my own. I know it's crazy that I'm 23 years old and I still live in my parents' house, but I was raised that as soon as I'm able to afford to move out, I will, and I just haven't had the perfect job to be able to do that. So I hope a few years from now I can do that, and I'm hoping by the end of this year I can do that, so we're getting there. As for what am I most proud of, honestly, with everything going on in the world and how horrible things have been, I'm not putting this on a light note because so many lives have been lost, so many people have lost their jobs, and families are broken right now for a multiple of reasons. Personally, I'm thankful for the fact that I'm able to stay home, and I'm proud of myself for, instead of just sitting around doing nothing, working on my business and being able to take time away to work on it, learn a lot of lessons, because I like to share that with you guys. I'm really thankful that I've been able to share not only my faults, but my learning and things that have been successful for me on here. So I'm really thankful for that, and I'm proud of myself that I have learned a lot, and I'm still learning. I'm not perfect at this, but I'm thankful that I have the platform that I have, and I'm proud of myself for sticking to it throughout quarantine and not giving up. And yeah, the Dainty Art responded to my question by saying, how do you juggle slash schedule your full-time work and your shop? So currently I'm not working. I'm not going to be working until near the end of July, just due to everything going on in the world right now. So I've had a lot of time to be able to just currently work on my stuff and my stuff alone, but I plan on scheduling my time out. So on my days off from work, I will schedule what needs to be done, and the days that I do work, we are closed early in the day, so if I want to do like 1 or 2 tasks during the day, I'll be able to schedule that. A planner is a great thing to have. For me personally, I have a lot of appointments due to my health and due to my mental health, because I see a therapist, I see an acupuncturist, I see a naturopath for a lot of the things that I have going on with my health. So if you're interested in learning about that stuff, you should go check out my health Instagram. I'll link that down below. But I have a planner, and it helps me a lot with everything that's going on with my life. So I would say if you're working a full-time job and you also want to own a business and own a shop, either on Etsy or your own website, I recommend getting a planner and kind of putting your whole schedule out throughout the week. Pick the days where you know you want to have a day off. That way you can kind of classify what's most important, what needs to be done within the days where you work full-time, and also your days off, because it's really important to give yourself time off so you don't get into that like art slum where you're just like, I don't want to do anything, because I have had that so many times in my career. Wallflower Studios responded to my question by saying, what inspires your art? A lot of things. Food. 90% of the time I draw things that have to do with food, so food is definitely number one. Also food that I can't eat because of all of my health problems is another thing. My cat inspires me. I don't know if you guys saw, I'm drawing a series of cat loafs right now because my cat, whenever he sits, he looks like a little bread loaf. So I drew a cat and a loaf combined and I called it Cat Loaf. It's cute. Just things that I see every day, or if I'm watching a show and I see something that I like, I can base it off of that, such as like my Avatar series, or honestly just everyday things. Like little things inspire me. Like I'm looking at a bag across the room and I'm like, wow, that could be cute as like this design. So it really is things that pop up in my life, or things or events that have happened in my life that bring up my inspiration. It's not necessarily like, oh, I'm eating this so I want to draw it. No, sometimes I'll be eating something, or I'm scrolling through Pinterest looking at cute food and I see something and I'm like, dang, that would be cute like this, or made like this design. So a lot of stuff like that. Ite Art said, how do you take care of your anxiety? How do you handle it if it disturbs your daily plans? As you guys saw, I took all of yesterday off just because of my health and my anxiety, and that is honestly the answer to everything. Like if you are struggling with your anxiety, if you're struggling with your art because of your anxiety, I recommend taking time off. Like it's important to take time off and to focus on yourself, and nobody does this every single day. Like every artist might post every single day, but nobody does this every single day. It's important to take time for yourself and focus on what you need and focus on your needs to be able to have them met. And if you can't make your needs, that's going to cause more anxiety in the long run. If you're struggling because you have a deadline, or you're struggling because you're not sure of what you're doing, plan it out. Plan out what you need to get done, so you're not being like, oh my god, I gotta get this done like today. Just plan out what you need, write a list of the things you need to do, and if you need a day off because you're feeling anxious, don't focus on your list, focus on yourself, because you are the person that makes this possible. So if you can't make it possible, it's just not gonna happen. Christina Ordinaire, I think that's how you say your name, I'm so sorry, but I love you, responded to my question by saying, what are your favorite color palettes? I talked about this in my last video. Usually when I have a color palette, I will put all the colors of like the rainbow, as well as white and black, and I will desaturate them as much as possible. So for example, if I have a bright red, I will just take it on the grayscale, move it more towards the gray colors, and it just desaturates it. So pretty much all of my colors are desaturated when I first start on a project, and if I want to boost up the color later, I can do that just by simply saturating it in Procreate settings, or I can just change the color on the spot. It's really just, I have a basic desaturated color palette, and then that's it. Alright, so those were the questions. Thank you guys so much. If you ask me a question, I would love to do this maybe at like the end of every video. So if you have a question, you want me to answer it, let me know down in the comments below. Other than that, I will see you guys next Wednesday. Thank you for being patient on this vlog. It's been a rough past couple of days for me. I haven't been really inspired, and I think it's important to take time off and relax when you are not feeling well, and not to always be doing work when your body is a little bit more important than that. So thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next week. Bye guys.